It's coffee time, you folks. How you doing? Southern Study Luncheon here. John and Mama. If you're not following our page, head on over to the Facebook and like, follow, and share, and you'll get all of our notifications. Some of y'all been saying, haven't seen y'all in a while. Well, we've been here every day, I think. For a long time. So anyhow, we post every day, Lord willing. Sometimes if we don't get a chance to post, we repost. So if you're not seeing us for a while, you're not following us. So follow us and hit that notification bell. Right up here in the top of the corner, there'll be 3 little dots. So if you touch the screen, hit those 3 dots, then you can follow us and you'll give you the notification. So you don't even have to really go to our page to do the notifications and get the follow going. We are having today a super simple Sunday luncheon. Yeah. Mama wanted ham and yams, mashed potatoes. I know that's 2 potatoes, but that's fine.
I like it that way.
And we're having green beans, but not Mama's peanut green beans. We're doing canned, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do to them to make them a little extra special. You'll get a little onion, and I'll put in that.
Use the garlic onion.
Oh, the onion garlic here? I was going to use that plus the little onion. You don't want no more?
No, I don't.
She don't want to overdo it. She don't want to overdo it.
Put my egg on.
So let's open these yams. Now, are yams and sweet potatoes the same thing? No, they're not. They don't even look the same. Yams look more like an Irish potato in their color. They're brown and they have a rough skin on them, kind of resembling a tree. You may think it's an old sweet potato. You may think it's an oblong, because usually they're more oblong like a regular potato. But those are yams. Sweet potatoes usually have a pointed end on each side, and they have a smooth orange skin. So yams and sweet potatoes.
Now there are a white sweet.
There is a white sweet potato, Mama says. There is. But yams and sweet potatoes are not the exact same vegetable. And sweet potatoes are normally sweeter than yams. So, there is some difference, but you can use them interchangeably. And some people will tell you there's not any difference. But just for the facts of the matter, there is a little difference in them, and they're different vegetables. So, if you're thinking, but we would use sweet potatoes or yams, either way. So this is just a little kettle, and I'm just going to pour these right in here. You can see, I didn't want to splash them. Yams are usually more tubular, meaning they're more, you'll see those little yam patties sometimes. That's where they're taking the center out of the yam. So see, that's yams. Very easily could be mistaken for a sweet potato, and people use them interchangeably. Now, we're going to put a little bit, let me get your brown sugar. We're going to put a little bit of brown sugar in this. And just like anything else you want to taste sweet, we're going to put a dash of salt. And that's literally all I'm putting is a dash. And that's just not to make them salty. Yes, ma'am. Not to make them salty, but to make them sweeter. Salt brings out the sweet. And I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons, I'm trying to measure, 2 good tablespoons of brown sugar. And that's a small can. If you want a 15-ounce can. If you want sweeter, then you're going to have to put more sugar. So that's all we're going to put in those and heat them and eat them. Those are going to be ready to go. Alright, now on these green beans. These are the French-style green beans. French-style green beans by Libby. You can use whatever kind you want. We love peanut beans. We love Mama's home canned green beans. These cans have been washed thoroughly. I guarantee you see the water on them. It's because Mama washes them. Mama wipes them off with a Clorox wipe when she puts them on her shelf. Then she always washes them with soap and water whenever she.
Did you put butter in the sweet?
No, ma'am. She is going to put a little pat of butter.
2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons of butter in those sweet potatoes. But she always washes the cans thoroughly. This can must have had a little dent in it because when I went to open it, I was opening it in a dent.
It fell off the shelf in there.
Oh, it fell off the shelf.
Or I knocked it off or something.
Mama, you give us a hard spot to open here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Accidents happen.
Let's see if we get this open. Unsealed here.
If you pour some of that water off, let me have it.
Now we are going to drain these off because they've been in this can. So we don't drain Mama's green beans, but these, we not only drain them, we run a little water over them and rinse them. And that gets into that, where it's being canned and you'll get a little of that water taste. It's important to rinse green beans you get from the store like that because they're setting up water and it's, I don't know, it's just, maybe you don't have to. Maybe we're just making it harder on ourselves, but we always do. Don't we, Mom?
Yeah, we make everything hard.
Mama says we like to make everything hard. So we just rinse them off a little bit. So this is just the French style green beans, and I'm sure y'all have had these. They're the long, shredded kind like that. Hulls and no beans. So into that, I'm going to put a couple tablespoons of butter, just like with sweet potatoes. That butter will make a difference. Then I'm going to sprinkle them with Southern Secret onion and garlic. Now this is Yams. Y'all sent us an email the other day. I think they have temporarily sold out of some of these. They'll be back in on the 16th. So we're not supposed to be advertising them in the middle. But I can't help it because I just use this stuff on everything. So anyway, when it comes back in stock, you can go to their site and order this. Use the code JOHN, J-O-H-N, capital letters, and the coupon code. At the end, when you're ready to check out, you'll get 10% off everything site-wide. So, even though this is out of stock, I just can't quit using it because we got addicted to using it. Do what?
What are you going to do when you run out?
I'm not going to run out, Mama.
You got more in there.
Well, they're going to have them back in stock the 16th.
Oh, well, you're not going to.
No, I'm not going to run out. I've got another one and I've got this one. I always keep, if I like something, just like JFG salad dressing, I had that stocked up too, or I've been really hurt. This one of y'all sent us 2 jars, and if I can get a hold of some more, I'm going to buy up another stock of it. Anyway, let's get off that sad subject of JFG salad dressing. JFG, I know you're out there. I know you're listening. I need the dressing. Okay, back to the green beans. So this was just a good shake of y'all's Southern Secret onion and garlic. Watch Mama try to take it out of my hand.
Oh, I was going to say it over here in the
Watch it.
stove.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm going to put a sprinkle of salt in before I let her have it.
Oh.
Okay, so that's how that's going to get, folks. Butter and what little bit of liquid's in it. Stir that around, and it's going to be delicious. Mama's getting ready to make some biscuits, homemade style. And this is a traditional meal for us, would be either yams or sweet potatoes. We do use them interchangeably. And when you add brown sugar to them, the yams are just as sweet as sweet potatoes. The difference is the sweet potatoes, we buy yams in a can and we peel our own sweet potatoes. So it depends on if we want it to be complicated and peel
I didn't want to take time.
peel Irish potatoes and sweet potatoes, or do we want to just open a can and do cans with yams? That's what it really boils down for us, the difference, isn't it, Mama?
Yeah, I love fresh sweet potatoes. Though.
And there she goes.
Fresh sweet potatoes.
And there she's back.
I'm sorry. I've got a one-track mind. I'm going to set this in the oven to melt that butter.
That's just butter on there, folks. That's not lard. It's just plain old butter.
And I
here's
put butter in my biscuits this time. I wanted buttery biscuits.
so she's putting butter in her biscuits today. See those big chunks of butter? You know, patience. She don't wait on us. So there's about 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna go ahead and start mashing that in for her.
Well, you're such a good fellow.
I'm wonderful, Mama,
I reckon you are.
and modest. Don't forget modest.
Oh, yeah. I mustn't forget that.
I'm absolutely wonderful and absolutely modest.
Absolutely. And I'm shaking my butter now.
Now you want to get this butter mashed in just like you do lard, until it forms little pea-sized or pearl-sized pieces. As you can see it down in there. What happens is that butter gets in the biscuits, and then as it cooks, it melts, and then the steam, and then you get flaky, buttery flavored biscuits. So that's what you're going for when you're putting lard or butter or whatever you're putting in there to get that little bit of moisture going. This fork is one of our favorite things on Amazon. You can get it on there. So see here, when you look down in there, see those little piece shapes? That's what you're looking for.
Ooh,
Scratch, scratch.
I can't stand that.
Mama's got her buttermilk.
You may have to shake that after you pour some out, because I shook pretty hard, but I couldn't get it to.
Well, it's as thick as sour cream.
I know it. It's just, I don't know, it's where we did it down here.
It's always thick. It's really thick today.
Yeah, that's why I say you have to shake it again after you get a little bit out of there. You got a good shake. I did just.
Shake it up, baby. Oh, Lordy, here I am singing this song. I don't have the rights to that song, so don't. That's good thick buttermilk. That's like yogurt. It's got a good date still on it. Stir it up, baby. I think we're going to put a little water in it, Mama.
Yeah, let me.
Because your buttermilk's so thick. You got plenty of flavor, but you ain't got any water. Now this is just white granulated sugar. Huh?
Put a little bit. I done did.
You done did.
I need a
Almost
little.
whisper. She done some sugar.
Not put much. There's you some water to add to it.
So there's a little bit of sugar. Mama done put some. So you probably put a teaspoon of sugar in there.
Yeah, just to take away the wang of the buttermilk.
And look, Mama brought me a bowl of water.
Well, it was what I said. I'm sorry.
Mama, are you coming back?
Yeah. Just a second.
I doubt it.
I'm going to check the oven here. I don't want to kick off on it.
And Mama, I made these like I make them.
You got them thin, and I have to have them thicker than that.
Different than I do.
And I have to make cornbread instead of cornbread.
Now, put just some more flour in there and get it the way you like it. That would be perfect for me. I like mine about that wet right there.
I have to. I'm spooning.
Mama does spoon bread, which is the same as this, except it needs
I'm
to
hiding
be,
the buttermilk from you.
it needs to be a little thicker for her spoon bread.
I may just spoon about, not put them in my hands and try to do it.
And all we have to do is just put a little bit more flour to stiffen them up just a touch so they'll hold together and not run everywhere. I always roll or pat mine out and then cut it. Mama don't do that. She does spoon bread.
I'm going to just spoon them out.
You can just spoon them out like this. You want me to spoon them out?
Can you do that?
Wow, yeah, Mama. I can
That
do
was a
that.
little warm.
It's not too warm. So let's do some spoon biscuits. You want yours to be firm. And it's exactly what it says it is. It's a spoon. You won't see spoon biscuits on a Martha White bag
Oh, you sure?
or a White Lily bag because they're not as pretty. They're more rough. They're more country, I guess, because my granny used to spoon them. Papa used to spoon them.
Now, Daddy always put them in his hand. He cupped his hand, put a little flour in there, get that biscuit in a roll like this, and plop it in.
Roll it out, flop it in.
He done it fast.
You got more biscuits if you want me to make some more. Or you can save this for another day.
I'll,
You gonna do some pies? Huh?
yeah, I was going to do some pies.
You gonna use this for pies?
No, here. You're through here, aren't you?
Well, unless you got another pan.
No, I'm not going to. You got 2, 4, 6, 7. I think that's plenty of biscuits.
So we got this much left. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and put more flour in it.
I can drop out some dumplings of some kind.
Put more flour in it, stiffen it up. Just like this. I don't know if you'll wipe this right here. It's clean, but it ain't been wiped. You know what I'm saying? It's clean, but it ain't been wiped. And that's the thing Mama taught me. You just double clean, even though it's been clean.
You want some wax paper?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Right here handy. Yes, it's sure.
We've got everything handy. Mama keeps everything handy.
Well, flip it over to the waxy side.
So we're gonna put our flour down. We're about out of flour, Mama.
Yeah, I got that.
You never are in bad shape if you have too much dough left, because I promise you can do something with it. Mama, what do you want to do with this? You gonna make those pies, or do you want to use it for dumplings? Did I hear dumplings? I heard dumplings. Do y'all make your own dumplings? Or have y'all switched to the frozen variety? Where are we at on dumplings at this age? Of course, you know Mama, she still rolls hers out. Now, she does use a rolling pin for dumplings, and she does roll them out. But let's show you here how quick and simple. Don't be afraid of dough in any way, because you can't mess it up, especially if you're doing dumplings. Now, with biscuits, I wouldn't want to work it too much. I'd want to keep it just good, and the difference with biscuits, you don't want to make them tough. So I just roll these up like this for biscuits.
I tell you what,
and fold them over.
we've not had it in a while. Let's get that little crab thing and roll part of that out for the bottom and part of it out for top. And let's make us a little peach cobbler.
Okay. Now Mama said how to make peach cobbler.
I didn't have.
You see how impromptu this can go?
I was going to do blackberries, but they're way back.
Blackberry dumplings.
Yeah, but they're way back in the freezer and froze, so it would take a lot longer.
So we're going to do a little peach cobbler. That's Sunday lunch right there. That is good times when you get ready to do peach cobbler for Sunday lunch. Now, if I was doing biscuits, I would just want to fold them over like this, kneading them as they go. Layer. When you fold them over, this puts those layers in those biscuits. You just want to work it till you get it worked down. You may have to add some more flour. Just keep pulling up from the bottom, pulling up that flour. Pull up from the bottom, pulling up that flour. You're working the flour in the dough. And for dumplings or crust, you're going to want to work it a little bit more. But for dumplings, you want it to be good and firm. And a good test for that is, can you pick it up without it putting a hole in it? If you can't, you need a little bit more dumpling. A little bit more flour for your dumpling. This is kneading. Just knead it in. And we'll need a rolling pin to roll it out. Mom, that's all the flour you got. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
What kind of day is this? The bin is empty. Sad day when the flour bean goes out. I don't know.
Yeah,
You got more to put in it though, don't you?
I will get more.
Roll it, roll it, roll it. And see, this was just what we had left over. So, can you imagine if you threw it away, you'd be missing a dumpling? Or not a dumpling now, but we've changed it now. It's a peach cobbler. Just keep folding. See, now it's good. It's getting firmer. That's what you want. Just keep. Now, when you're doing your biscuits, this makes wonderful flaky biscuits. Just fold it over. Then you want to pat it out. This is what I do with biscuits. Pat it out to it's about a 1/2 inch thickness and start cutting. And then you're good to go. But this is going to be a crust. This is going to be for peach cobbler. Mama's got sidetracked. She ain't getting no more flour.
Oh,
Huh?
sorry, dear. My sweet potato had a spot on it. I was getting it out.
It had it on there when I put it in, Mama. It's just sweet potato. It's just yam.
Yeah, but it's brown. And I don't
Mama's picky over the yams. She's over there inspecting yams and not getting no flour for us. You gonna butter your dish here, Mama?
I'm going to spread it with joy because I'm afraid the butter will burn before it gets done. I mean, it will burn the bread.
She's totally out of sync now. She got to hold that sweet potato, and now that's all she wrote. Is that what? It upsets you?
Yeah. I'd like to see something.
It was just sweet potato.
I know it, but it was a dark.
How about that flour, Mama?
You need more flour right this second. Oh my goodness.
Oh, nothing like planning. Nothing like a good plan. What are y'all eating today? That's what I want to know. Because y'all probably eating something good and I'll think about it. What I do is I see y'all eating stuff on here. And then I come up in the week and I said, you know what? There was somebody eating that Sunday and it sounded so good. I'm going to have to have a bite of it. And so the other week, y'all were talking about lasagna. So we ended up having lasagna. So we get our ideas sometimes from your Sunday lunches. Because we know how good y'all can cook.
It's just, if you're just going to roll it, here's plenty of plain flour that will work.
Now she's sharing her flour. For a while she didn't want us to have any. And now she's got a whole tub here from plain. Which that's fine. You can use plain. A lot of people prefer to use plain
It's just
or all
rolling
purpose
it,
for shells. This is still sticky. We don't want it to be sticky. That's what we're looking for. See how it's still sticking there? We don't want that. We want this to be good and ready for a crust. You gonna put it on bottom too, Mom?
Put it on the bottom and we'll put it on there and then we'll put some on top.
Tootsie, what are you looking for? She's talking to herself. Tootsie, what are you looking for?
I don't know. That's my problem. I'm in bad shape right now. Get something, there comes something else messy.
That yam just destroyed you, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't like to see stuff in my food.
There was a yam that had a little bit of, before they left a little bit of the peeling on it. That's what it was. So let's just make a pie shell. Don't you stick to my roller. You know, I thought, well, Mama's going to do the ham and yams and the green beans. When I get them cans open, get them in a kettle,
You thought you was through.
I was through. Mama's going to make biscuits.
And you, babe.
Because Mama's sidetracked. So, you want this all at the sides and everything?
It can be all right. It's just rough. It ain't a fancy pie. Mommy put it in an orange skillet and she would put it all around and she'd flop it over. And then she'd put some on top if it wasn't enough to cover it. So I think you cut it real thin enough.
Okay.
Put it in there.
Now, this wouldn't be quite ready for dumplings because see here, I'm getting a few holes, which we can pinch them together, but you want to be able to pick it completely up without it breaking for some.
I think you need to cut that in.
That's what I was going to do.
Oh, here's your.
You need to be able to pick it up before it breaks. I've never made pie crust sitting down. I've never made it for y'all though, have I? Just gonna roll that right up there. Roll that right back out there.
I will help you, sir.
You're the best one, Mama.
You rolled it good.
I know, I've seen this done 10,000 times.
You're a good little pie maker.
If it tears or you need to refix it, don't worry, it's going to be in the bottom. This ain't a pie like you're trying to do the
This
crimped
is
edges.
a cobbler.
This is a cobbler. And if it looks like you cobbled it up, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Because it's a cobbler. It should look cobbled, shouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we put a little baker's joy on the bottom of that. We put our crust in the middle of it.
A little more, well, we need to open that can. Well, one can fill that and be juicy. I think we need two.
I think we need two, Mama. I'm going to vote two. Y'all voting two? I can't see a word y'all are saying. Y'all are probably yelling at me for something. Arguings. I made homemade buttermilk blueberry pancake. Oh, somebody's my favorite. Roseanne, I love blueberry anything. Muffins, pancakes, you name it, blueberry is my friend. I love blueberry. I really do. If I go to a nice bakery, I'm looking to see, do they have a blueberry something other I can eat? If they don't, then it's going to be after
I've
some.
not fixed you no blueberry pancakes in a while, have I?
No, Mama, I feel neglected.
Left or this
I'm feeling neglected with no blueberry anything. Roseanne's got it going on in her house, though.
That's the important part.
She made homemade
Love them.
homemade blueberry pancakes. Come on now. Don't be sticking. See, this is nowhere near dumpling dough. It would need quite a bit more flour, quite a bit more kneading. But you
need
don't.
some more of this?
I might, Mom. My Mama's trying to take away that little bit of flour she gave me. She want me to have it now.
Save it for another day.
She's like, I'm going to take this. I'm like, Mom, I might need another dose of it. I'm just, let me put this down here. See where the ends are. So now I'm just pushing this back out. Trying to make it big enough to fit the top of my pie, my cobbler. Now if you want to get all fancy, all you have to do is slice this up in strips and you can make a lattice. Mama's washed these off. These are sliced peaches. Sliced peaches out of the can. Give them an open. They're coming out already.
It's filled to the top, wasn't it?
They was. Let me smell. They smell fine. So juice, peach, and all. Here we go. These are in heavy syrup, so they're sweetened. Mama, I hope we have vanilla ice cream on board.
There might be some left in there.
Because that's nothing. Or Cool Whip. Look at your biscuits, Mama.
Look at your biscuits. They went overboard.
They've come out. They're so excited to get on the table. They're trying to run over here. You put anything else in this, Mama?
I am going to put just a tad cornstarch so that they're...
Now these peaches look different. These are yellow cling. So we got two different peaches going in here.
They
Those
should be both the same.
should be and is two
Well,
different
that's
things.
all right. Peach is a peach.
See, look here.
Oh, they're totally different.
Those are yellow cling. What's the difference between freestone and cling? The freestone, the seed comes free from the peach. The cling, it'll stay on there. See, they're different colors.
Well, this one's for rocket peach.
So what'd you say he's putting in here?
Just a little cornstarch to keep
Little cornstarch to thicken it and make it like the traditional.
And they're in heavy syrup. Both of them was in heavy syrup.
I didn't read the other one until after you done threw it away.
Yeah, both of them's in heavy syrup.
So tell me about your cornstarch.
I just put this spoon in a little bit of water.
Cold water.
Yeah, cold water. And all I'm going to do is add some so that that won't just stay pure soupy.
It'll be so gelled and delicious when we bring it out. Thickening.
Now put your pie crust on top. I was going to add sugar, but since it's in heavy syrup,
Let's add a little bit of sugar.
a little bit of sugar.
And I'm going to put a dash of salt. Some of y'all are going to say, why did you do the salt? Salt just makes it sweeter. Salt will make it sweeter. Now, I'm going to roll
Add a fourth a cup.
fourth of a cup. I'm going to roll this pie shell right back up on here. It's still sticky.
And kind of stir this.
Put it on your rolling pin, just like this.
There you go.
Stir your slurry of your cornstarch in cold water. Then your little bit of sugar, bit of salt, stir that in, and then just cover the top just like this.
Ooh, you talk about doing good.
And then you just want to crimp your top. I'm not doing the fancy crimping. I'm just tucking and crimping a little bit. If you do this and you're going to have company,
You can fancy it.
you can fancy it. We've even got a roller that you can roll around that edge. Makes it all pretty. But just tell them that this is makes it more authentic. More
Old country
traditional.
style.
Because this is the way,
Everyday peach cobbler.
yeah, this is the way our grandmamas would have made it. Just tuck it and mash it in there.
And ours use some.
Now you want to dock it. What's docking? Well, that's where you put a few holes in the top so it can breathe. On those fancier cake pies, you'll see where they have little teardrops around the sides, or they'll have a little flower or something. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to poke a few holes in here to let it breathe, and it won't puff up and cause a big mess.
Okay, and now I've got your butter here. You'd add your little butter on top. Sprinkle you some sugar on top. And we're ready to stick it.
We could egg wash it just to make it pretty and golden.
But I ain't wasting an egg as high as they
Mama
are.
says eggs is too high. She won't let me have one. So I'm just going to put a little butter around it. You want to see that golden brown, then put you a little bit of egg wash. If you're going to do it for company, I would do an egg wash. Y'all ain't company, y'all family. Now this is not a pie. Somebody would say, that's the thickest pie I ever seen. This is a cobbler. And it's a little small this way. Because we're just
I
wanting.
should have got the bigger bowl if I thought I was gonna use 2 pans, but I didn't.
That's all right, Mama. See, even when we pushed play on this video today, we didn't know we was going to do a cobbler. It just happened because we had extra flour left from the biscuits. Now that's why a lot of things happen around here. We have something left over, and we'll either save it for another day, or we'll go ahead and do it right then. Are y'all that way?
I was wanting something sweet.
Mama was wanting something sweet. She thinks now.
Anyway, so that worked out good in my favor.
Could have been a plan from the beginning. She's
No, it wasn't planned. I heard that.
She just didn't tell me, maybe. Clean up easy. I like to take a dry paper towel when I'm cleaning up. Like this. And get the flour. Because if you don't, you'll start getting dumplings. You'll end up with some wet dough. Now the difference between a cobbler or a pie and dumpling dough, you really want it to be good and tough. And by doing that, you're working it more, you're releasing a lot more of those starches in it and everything, and you want it to hold together. And a good test is if you're ready to make dumplings, is you pick your dough up and there's no holes formed and it will hold together. That's when you know, okay, I've got dumpling dough. It's still a little sticky, still needs a little care. That's good for a pie. You've not overworked it. Biscuits, I like to work it even less because I want them to be just filled with air and flaky as they can be. And all that works together. Now, Mama does spoon her biscuits out a lot, like I did today.
Not that thin, though.
Not that thin. Not that thin. She don't do it. But she wouldn't let me have no flour, so that's what happened.
You had flour, you used too much buttermilk.
She's stingy with her stuff. Y'all seen it happen right here. She don't want me to have nothing to work with. Ain't that right, Mama?
Oh, I don't care if you haven't. You used too much buttermilk.
Now she's saying I use too much buttermilk. She didn't want me to have that buttermilk. Did you, Mom?
No.
These biscuits are beautiful. They just popped out of the oven. Now that's...
Sorry about that. I thought that now.
I stay a nervous wreck.
Oh, you ain't that nervous.
Look at that. Now that's a spoon biscuit. A little bit different than a cut biscuit. That's spoon biscuit. It's a little bit thinner. Mine may have been a little thin today, even for spoon biscuits. But they're good and moist. They won't hurt you. They're good for you. Just got, hey Carolyn. Well, Carolyn, you ain't missed a lot. We've made biscuits. We've done some yams. We've done some green beans. And we've made a peach cobbler. That's all we've done so far. Hey, Jean Lewis. Thank you for watching. Hey, Sue. I am posting the biscuit recipe. Miss Nola, and she's going to post just the recipe. Hey, Jay Brooks. Carol Rose, he made biscuits. And peach cobbler looks delicious. Well, thank you, ma'am. PJ says, yummy. Peach cobbler is always good. I think we'll be on here to let y'all see the end results, hopefully. Good afternoon, Doreen. How are you? Hey, Vicky Bean. Hey, Michelle. She's scared. She dropped the set out of a ring, and it scared me to death.
Potatoes.
You done mashed them?
I'm done through.
I guess if I have to make the popper and do the biscuits, you can do a little bit of mashed potatoes.
You
Mama's done mashed potatoes. She ain't fooling around. Look at that. Mashed potatoes ready to go. I've then cleaned up my flour mess.
You've done extra well, I think.
I think so too, Mama. I was just thinking the same thing. John, you've done extra well.
You've done good, thing.
Now that's what Mama's doing when she's off camera. Y'all wonder, what is she doing right there? Running around like a chicken with its head cut off.
There's some green beans.
These are not our usual peanut green beans. These are our French style green beans with onion and garlic from Yams. Onion and garlic. If you don't have this, you can make up your own blend, but this is perfectly blended. I recommend it. You go to their site, you can order it, but it's out of stock right now. He told me to quit showing it until it comes back in stock, so don't get me in trouble. It should be back in stock though in about 10 days, I think, or maybe even quicker. So go over and check it out. Y'all have done so good trying them out, they got out of stock on several things. And we thank you for that. Y'all's is a good Christian-based company. And it's a small company, but it's growing. They have the tea, the sweet, and the unsweet. And he asked some of the cooking shows to pair up with him. And they were good Christian folks. They work with Mama Sue, Kimmy's Southern Kitchen. There's several on there that they work with. I'm not even going to pretend to name them all because they are Missy's Cooking. They're good Christian folks, good Christian shows, and they're good Christian people. So we had a big meeting, and we're not in competition. Now don't get that in your head, because I would never do anything to be in competition with any of those fine folks. Only on their team. We're all on the same team, working for the same thing, and just sharing, cooking. That's all we really want to do, is just share with y'all. And here's those yams. See, they cooked them down. I can see why, they're a lot like sweet potatoes, but they're a different vegetable. There's something else in here, Mama.
I tried to get it out. I think it was one whole potato had that down the side.
I think it was just a little bit of the peel. I've got it out, Mama.
Thank
I
you.
don't want to disturb you.
I tried to get everything there.
Here, if you want to get a clean spoon,
Yeah,
that's just potato, Mama.
I know it's.
I eat it because it's just peel. But now I eat potato peels. I love a baked potato peel. Do y'all eat the peel too? I do. Once it's baked, it's good.
There you go.
Popper's going to be a few minutes, and we'll try to wait on it so we can show y'all. But everything else is done. Where's the ham, Mama?
Oh, I'll get it just 1 second.
I sort of say, except the main part, the ham.
Oh, I'm giving you water. Did you?
Yes, I'll take water, Mama. Water or sweet tea, either one, but I'll take water today for
Yeah.
lunch. Coffee and water is my favorite combo. I take that everywhere I go. Ask anybody that knows me. Here he comes with that glass and that cup.
Here you go, sir.
Bless you. Now, don't that this look good? Tell me. Tastes good too. It's almost that time of year where we'll keep a pitcher of water in the refrigerator. We have it in the door there. It's filtered, but when you open that door and that big old frothy pitcher of water is in there, maybe it's got a lemon or two floating in it. Maybe not, but it's so good. And Mama encourages Mama to drink more water. And that's what I'm kind of after, is encouraging Mama to drink more water. I drink a lot of water. Mama drinks her Diet Pops now and does very well with that. And she started drinking unsweet tea. And we always keep a pitcher of tea here going. So that's another option. I love the sweet tea, unsweetened. The All's brand sweet tea, just unsweetened, straight from the leaf, if you will. Mama, that ham looks delicious. It smells like Christmas in here. And this is just cooked ham. This is nothing, simply
It's
unmixed.
leftover ham I froze.
From Christmas.
Yeah, I guess it was Christmas. It was.
that's just ham. We didn't do anything to it. We've not messed around with it. It's just Christmas ham. And what I've done, we had a huge Christmas ham, and we sliced it up and portioned it out in little sections like that. And I even took the scraps and the bones and froze them and wrote on it, ham for soup. That'll be wonderful in a soup, or ham for beans.
Beans is
But we know what soup ham is in the freezer. If
what.
it's
I
got,
laid the fork down in the wrong spot.
if it's got the bones and the scraps of ham, that's good for beans. That's good for soup. That's good for lots of things. That's even good for cabbage soup. Where was you going, Mom?
I was going over to sneeze away from the food and everything.
All right, Mom, let's bless it, and then we'll fill it up and eat it.
I was trying to see the pie.
I see it. It's a good one.
You're ready.
Well, let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this wonderful meal. We thank you for the nourishment of our bodies. And dear Lord, we just pray for all those folks out there that are having prayer requests, dear Lord, those spoken and unspoken. And Lord, just be with each and every one of us and everything we say and do. In your wonderful, precious name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, Mama.
Take one look at that.
She's going to go look at that
Before
pie.
I sit completely,
You afraid?
I'm afraid it
Are you scared, Mama?
scared it might burn on top. No, it's just a baking pie.
It's bacon. If it does burn on top, you know, or you think it's too hot, put you a piece of aluminum foil on it. You don't have to press it.
But the papers.
All you have to do is just lay it. Just lay a piece of aluminum foil. It don't have to be
Seven
round.
up, you want to know
Oh, that's plenty more.
Okay.
Just lay a piece of aluminum foil and it'll reflect the heat and it'll keep your crust from browning as much. Now these are those French style green beans. I did talk to Johnny Crickmore down there at the Riverside. He said some of y'all have already called him or contacted him about peanut beans. He does have them. And if you're wanting seeds for your garden, you can contact him, Riverside Produce. And he's got a site on Facebook. And Nola might have it that she can post for y'all. But they'll have the peanut beans, and he can mail them to you at whatever shipping cost it is
You got a
to
knife
your
right
place.
there.
Yes, ma'am, I do. This is a huge piece of
I
ham.
want just a little piece of it.
I'm just going to cut this in half, give you half, and I'll take half because, and we'll have some leftovers.
Yeah.
I'll throw that over here. And look how pretty yours is.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome, ma'am. Do you want this knife to cut it some more?
I'm not. I need a biscuit. I put the special handle for you.
There's the knife now.
Thank you.
Don't get all excited there. And
Quick and easy Sunday night. Oh.
I'm going to get this one that rolled over. Look at this one. It rolled over around the handle. It rolled over around the handle. Look at them Crispies.
That was
Mm-hmm. That's delicious. You want a crispy?
no, I've got one. This is crispy. Oh, it's-
Spoon biscuits, ham, yams, mashed potatoes, and green beans. And just a little old simple peach cobbler waiting.
It's a bacon.
Good and good for you.
Yeah, you're ready to eat.
This is Mama's meal. She picked every bit of this. She said, what do you want for lunch? I said, don't matter. We got some hamburger. We can have hamburger steak. She said, we got some pork chops. But you know what I like to have? What's that, Mama? A good ham and some yams and some biscuits, mashed taters. I said, oh, you taught me into it. So this was all Mama today.
Try them green beans. Boy, they're good.
Mmm.
They've got a good flavor to them. That garlic stuff is just right in them.
French style green beans. Mmm.
Think you good?
Those are delicious. You know, this would be good in a green bean casserole with a crunchy topping.
Mm-hmm.
Mmm. I think that gives me an idea.
Oh no. When you get ideals, that wheel starts turning in there. We're in trouble.
Is that you making all that noise out there, Mom?
I'm a laughing the spoon.
That's Maggie over here.
She does.
Look at her. She hid just a second. I think she knows.
I trained her well.
She's as camera shy as Mama. The yams are good. They're
Very
delicious.
warm, baby.
A little bit of brown sugar, that little dash of salt, butter. They're delicious. They're out of the can, but they're delicious. These mashed potatoes are good. These were just peeled potatoes, and Mama cooked them up.
Them green beans, I didn't want regular green beans with this ham and sweet potatoes. I thought, well, I'm French style.
You like French style, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be able to wait on the cobbler. It's got about 14 more minutes. And
It may not take that long. I was just guessing at the time.
you all be like, you've been talking too long. Sweet Maggie. She is a doll baby. Maggie, are you gonna let them see you today? Let's see if we can get a look at her. It's like Maggie in the wild.
It's not yet done yet.
You gonna talk to him?
She ain't gonna do nothing but hide.
And tell me she don't know what's going on. She knows when that camera goes on her and she runs and hides.
Just tell her I like French style beans. Sonny, my youngest brother, he would only eat the green part of the bean. He wouldn't eat
Bean bang?
the bean part.
Did he eat pintos?
Yeah. The green beans, he just eat the hull.
He didn't want the bean.
Mm-mm.
Now Dad wanted green beans with beans.
He wanted what they call shellies.
Mm. He wouldn't eat these. Because there ain't no beans in them beans. Wouldn't he?
You could just eat rice and call it a bean.
Well, yeah, you could put anything green on there and call it a bean. If it ain't a bean, it ain't a bean. Them yams sure are good with that ham.
Oh, Lord, yeah. That's what my taste buds was wanting.
Yams and hams.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mom, that's what you got.
I know it.
Folks, I'll post a picture. Maggie's a beautiful girl. She is. Thank you, Linda.
I'll let them see the top of it right now, but it's going to have to be.
Mom, that's heavy.
No, it ain't that heavy. It's just a little dish.
Mama, be
Oh,
careful.
Oh, I shall.
Let me get it out.
Hunting me a top of her. And
Let's see what she's up to, folks. I apologize for moving all around today. Mama and Maggie's hard to keep up with.
you can see it. It's going to need just a little bit longer of bacon. Can you get it?
I'm getting it. There it is, folks. That's the peach cobbler. It will be good in about, 8 more minutes.
So, it ain't hardly done on top yet.
It likes another
A
few.
few minutes.
You want it to be good and thick, and you want the center to be good and done. Watch Mama fix it in there just perfect. Get it in there just right.
Turn it around so it's
Turn it around. It has to be turned. Especially in the easy bake. If you broil in the easy bake, if you haven't got an easy bake, or if you get one, you broil you're pretty close to them burners, and you'll have a dark streak or a burnt
Well, I've
streak.
not got it on broil though.
No, I was just telling them heads up. We had to learn that one, didn't we, Mom?
Yeah.
So you don't want that dark or that burnt streak. Don't get too close to that burner. So we'll let y'all go.
Your little runny biscuits is tastes real good. But
I make them like I make them.
It hurts your feelings.
No. No, you don't have the feelings, Mama. I know, I caught you with your mouth full. Imagine that. Every day.
Well, I ain't hungry for lunch. It's a little late. We stay later.
It's 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
All these folks have eaten and then sitting back in the recliner enjoying themselves.
I know it.
But we did good, Mama. And you got just what you wanted, and it tastes wonderful. It's
Yeah.
almost like somebody's birthday or something. It's one of those kind of meals.
Oh,
All the
yeah.
favorites. Well, Mama, if you don't have anything to add, tell the folks
No.
goodbye. I will try to remember to post a picture in the comments so y'all look for it for the final version. And who knows, if we eat it later, we may pop back on with some ice cream with y'all. Who knows? We just wing it. As you can tell, when you start a show and you don't even know what you're going to make until after it's started. You know your family then. You wouldn't do that in front of company.
Lord, no. You wouldn't put up with that.
Y'all have a great day. Have a blessed day. Do something fun today. It's kind of cool here, but it's beautiful. It's AB Day.
The sun looks beautiful out there.
You all enjoy the day. And if we don't see you tonight, Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Y'all have a good one.
Goodbye, Mama. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.